After months of battling an ongoing injury, former world #1 Luke Donald is making another much-anticipated return to the game. Having spent 56 weeks at top spot and 200 in the top 10, he's now ranked outside the top 500 after a tough few years. Iona caught up with him to discuss his recovery, career, and getting back to the game he loves.
Well, look, it's great to see you back playing after a really difficult time with injury. How's it all feeling?
It's feeling really good. Since really March, I started in Tampa. Since then, I've had no issues. Every week I seem to feel a little bit stronger and stronger, and being able to put in a little bit more time in the range and put some more reps. So hopefully that will lead to a little bit better results, and excited to be obviously healthy again.
And can you just tell us, for the viewers at home, a little bit more about what actually happened? Because it was at the RBC Heritage, wasn't it, last year that you hurt?
Yeah, I mean, well, that was my final event before I shut it down. Obviously, before that, 6-7 months before that, my back had started bothering me, and I had a herniated disc in one of my discs, and it's quite painful.
So obviously injuries in golf are difficult for anyone. Backs, wrists, we see the same sort of repetitions coming up. What's the one thing that you feel's really helped you get back onto the course?
Well, I've been working with a group of guys in Jupiter that have really helped. It's really to do with my core, really. My left side wasn't firing very well.
Right.
And it was my right side was having to take all the slack, and that and a few issues, with my golf swing that was leading to some repetitive wear on that area.
Right, so have you had to make changes technically in that area?
Yeah, always very conscious about that now. Trying to keep everything as neutral as possible, and golf isn't a great sport for the spine in general, but you do your best and you strengthen areas so it can take it.
Great. Well, I'm going to let you hit your approach shot, Luke, and then we'll take it out from there. Shot. So look, when you had the time off, you really made the most of it, getting involved in some commentary and analysis within TV. How much did you enjoy that?
I did enjoy it, actually. Yeah, I started at Wentworth at the BMW. It was really interesting to see it from a different angle.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you're playing, you're not really thinking about the commentary, and it was nice to kind of stay in amongst the guys and amongst the game while I was still out.
Were you able to practice your short game while you were injured, or did you have to completely put the clubs down?
For about 3 or 4 months I put the clubs down, but then obviously I brought it back up and started with putts and worked my way up to longer shots. But that was obviously a big key in 2008 when I had a wrist surgery. I could putt for a few weeks, or even 3 or 4 weeks before I could even hit chips.
Right.
And I really built my game up from the hole backwards, and my short game stats and my putting skyrocketed after that. So sometimes injuries are a blessing. They give you some perspective and time off, and again I was really able to work on some stuff in my short game that really paved the way for those great years I had in 10, 11, 12, 13. So sometimes things work out well. Yeah.
Talking of those great years, BMW Championships on the horizon, obviously some great memories around there. How good is it to return after this spell of injury to a venue where you've won before?
It gives you an extra sense of calmness and comfort, knowing that you're going to a place where you've had success before, obviously a place that somewhat suits your game. So I always love coming back to BMW Wentworth, a PGA championship there, because obviously some special memories. Yeah. Getting to #1, 2011, so winning it the next year. And, always lots of family, friends around that week too. So makes for a really fun week.
And just looking towards the rest of the year, what would you like to achieve to reflect and be in a good position for 2020?
Yeah, it's easy to think about results, but really the process for me is to just feel like every week I'm gaining some improvement in my game, and just seeing that improvement. Whether it's hitting a few more greens, making a few more putts, shooting a few more scores in the 60s. I just want to keep building on that, and that confidence I know will lead to some good results.